Altuve 2 for 5 Friday, 2 for 5 Saturday. Starts today off by looking at a strike, and we're underway. 423 on base percentage early in his season. He goes down on strikes here on the breaking ball, down and in. Altuve strikes out for the first out. Gets something he can drive here on 3-2. Grounds the ball to third. Jace Peterson will make the play, and that's 2 outs in the inning. And he hits this ball high. He hits this ball deep. Forget about it. Number 44 puts the Astros in front 1-0 on a blast to right. His 7th career home run here in the Coliseum.
Well, now he's producing with getting on base. Got himself a 4-seam fastball up and in, and he absolutely torched it to the Astros fans' delight here at the Oakland Coliseum. You're going to see it here. Matches from Supermo, 4-seam up out over the plate, and the big man puts a thrashing on this one. Might have gotten in
there on the first pitch from Waldichuk. Now Bregman tries to hold up, but he goes too far and will go down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning, but the Astros get on the board. So he'll face Ryan Noda, who is batting leadoff for the first time in his career. 27-year-old rookie batting leadoff today. Christian Javier missing on the first 2 pitches. Here's the 2-0 delivery, and this is hit high and this is hit deep, and we're going to be tied up at 1 on the first batter in the bottom of the first inning. Noda hits his 5th home run of the year. First time as a leadoff hitter, hits a leadoff home run.
Got to that 2-0 count. Javier, we know, has a history of throwing elevated fastballs, and Noda got up on top of that one and ripped it out of here. See it on our MD Anderson strike zone, an elevated fastball at 91 out over the plate. Noda knew he got it 410 feet later. This game's tied.
Some big catcher Christian Javier's ever worked with in his career. And a 2-0 pitch is hit high in the air to left center field. Rooker got a lot of it, but he got underneath it, and it's put away by Jake Myers. That ball's hit hard into right field. The A's putting solid contact against Christian Javier here in the first inning. Some loud contact in the first 3 batters. There goes the runner. The pitch is outside, and Yiner had no chance. Seth Brown with a big jump has his 2nd stolen base of the year. Going today. Owens popped into center field shallow. Jake Myers will come on, and he'll make the play. That's out number 2. Langoliers retired for the 2nd out. That ball's hit pretty decently to center field, sending Myers back, but he'll have room and puts it away in left center field for the final out. So they came over in that deal from the New York Yankees last trade deadline. 3-2 pitch is a fastball in, and Abreu strikes out. That's 3 strikeouts for A's pitching. Now the count is full. Julks doesn't take a lot of walks, but he draws one there. Corey Julks hit the ball hard that day, but went 0 for 4. Now he hits the ball hard again, but he hits it right at the shortstop, and that is trouble because Tony Kemp, after Nick Allen flipped him the ball, turns the double play. And he strikes him out again to start the bottom of the 2nd inning. First strikeout for Christian Javier.
It's back.
Puts the ball on the ground. Right there is Jose Altuve on 2 big hops. Kemp retired for the 2nd out. Some lights are on here at the stadium. And Christian Javier walks his first batter of the day. Javi walks Chase Peterson, the 8-hitter, with 2 outs. There goes the runner on the first pitch. Yiner Diaz's throw is going to be into center field, so Peterson has a steal, and Peterson is going to get to 3rd on the error. Well, the Oakland A's get their swing and a miss. Javier does get that chase up on the fastball, and that'll do it for the A's in the 2nd inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 2-1 the count to Jake. He pops one high in the air. Tony Kemp, the 2nd baseman, drifts back a few feet, and he'll put it away. Myers pops up to start the inning. 3-2 the count to Chaz. That's low. McCormick draws a walk, so the Astros back-to-back innings here against Medina, drawing a 1-out walk. Somerset in the Yankees organization, and Midland for Oakland. There's a base hit into right field. So Altuve has 5 hits in this series. That's now a 6-game hitting streak for Altuve. Timer violation. That'll walk Jeremy Pena and load up the bases. A 3-1 timer violation on Luis Medina. Already on the season with the bases full. Goes after the first one, taps it back to the mound. Medina underhands it to home, and the throw to first. That's a double play. That's the last thing you expected with Yordan Alvarez batting with the bases full. But that ball is smoked to right center field, and that ball is going to be off the wall in a hurry. Chas plays it. Here comes the throw to second. It will be not quite in time. Noda has hit the ball very hard twice today against Christian Javier. That's a double to start the third. And a swing and a miss. Javier comes from behind after being down 2-0 to get 3 straight strikes and pick up his second, make it his 3rd strikeout of the game. Fly ball in the right field. Chas McCormick will come in towards the line. Chas will put it away for out number 2.
Yeah.
This ball popped high in the air on the infield. Jeremy Pena and Jose Altuve faking everybody out as Pena is going to take it. Altuve's back. We'll play with the bases loaded and 1 out against Yordan Alvarez. This ball's driven pretty well to left field, but playable it seems for Seth Brown. Reaches over his shoulder and puts it away right in front of the wall and left. Had the distance, obviously. This ball on the ground is short. Nick Allen has the play. Abreu retired for the 2nd out. Abreu hit it hard enough to get out in 8 of the 30. Corey Julks keeps hitting the ball hard. That was a nice sharply hit ground ball between 3rd and short. Little tapper. Yiner's going to try and hustle. Peterson's going to barehand, and Yiner's going to beat it out. Yiner Diaz put his head down, and he got down the line as fast as he could to beat out that infield hit. Can find a pitch to his liking here. Sends the ball high, sends the ball deep. Seth Brown all the way back. He'll watch it go. 3-run home run, Jake Myers, and the Astros take a 4-1 lead. Home run number 4 on the year for Jake.
Jake packed the rake. How about Yiner Diaz hustling to give Jake Myers the opportunity? He gets a hanging slider and smashes it. 393-foot 3-run jack. The jack by Jake. Here you go. Slider in our Mattress Firm Supermo hanging up and in, and he pulls those hands in nicely to get the barrel to it and goes into launch mode. Big swing in this ball game.
Hitters in the lineup lately. Chas goes down on strikes. Medina puts his head down and walks off the mound. And that'll be down ball 4. 2nd walk of the game. Javier has not walked more than 2 in any start this year. Laureano 8 of 20 at bats in their head-to-head matchups, and he's just picked off J.J. Bleday. Javier, who hasn't made a pickoff attempt all day long, gets Bleday leaning. 2 batters into the 4th, but he picks off J.J. Bleday. Now 3-2 pitch is sent into center field for a hit. So Laureano has the 4th hit of the day for the A's. Ground ball towards Altuve's right. He'll backflip it to Pena. The barehand and the turn. Altuve never used his hand. Pena never used his glove, and they turn 2.
Toss that one.
It's not Kyle Tucker batting gloves because he's not playing today. Altuve grounds to short. Go ahead, Julia. Explain.
It is called wristband weather.
Can't argue with that.
So he does not have wristbands today and has the hoodie going. Jeremy Pena sends one into center field. Playable here for Bleday, and 2 quick outs for Luis Medina here. First stretch the Astros have had that many games in a row. Yordan goes down on strikes. Rare for Yordan to leave the zone a couple of times there with 3 balls. This ball hit high in the air, right field. Chas McCormick comes in a few feet, and he will put it away for out number 1 in the 5th. This ball hit pretty well to left field. Corey Julks going all the way back. He's at the track. He's near the wall. And he jumps into the wall and makes the catch. Corey was reaching for that wall. That didn't miss by much. 3-2 count to Rooker. Ground ball towards third. The runner was on the go. So Bregman makes the play to first, and that'll be the final out of the inning. So far in 4 innings has allowed a 3-run home run to Jake Myers. As Bregman sends one to left field, Brown will play it on a hop. Alex Bregman continues his solid road trip. His first hit of the day. Bregman a leadoff base runner in the 6th inning. Parker Mashinsky is warming up. Abreu pops one into right field towards that Astros bullpen. Laureano with a nice sliding catch. That'll be the first out of the inning, as in the air left center field, playable. Seth Brown and J.J. Bleday. It's Brown, the left fielder, who takes charge and puts it away for out number 2. And Medina picks up a strikeout. Diaz will head to first. The throw down there will beat him. And that will do it for the Astros in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. Went back out there, and Brown goes down on strikes. That's the first strikeout of the first batter for Parker Mashinsky. After getting ahead of Langoliers, he loses the right-hand hitting catcher. That'll be the 4th walk allowed by Astros pitching today. 2-2 count. And the pitch to Bleday is sent in the air to center field. Myers will move to his left towards McCormick and puts it away for the second out of the inning. That one almost hits him, and it does clip him. That'll be a hit by pitch, putting runners on first and second here with 2 outs. That's a line drive base hit into left. Charging will be Jolks. Being held up at third is Langoliers. The throw home by Jolks was on the money. Good throw by Corey on that bolt on the year against lefties. As he lines one to short, Jeremy Pena is there to put it away for the final out of the inning. Goes after that high fastball and down on strikes. Medina picks up his 5th strikeout. 1 coming into today. McCormick hits the ball high in the air, pretty deep to right field, sending Laureano back. Laureano looks up. That ball's gone. Chas McCormick going out to right field like he normally does. A solo home run that makes it a 5-1 game and snaps. Chas is 0 for 16.
We haven't had the meatloaf call in a while. But we got to get some meatloaf for the boy. The boy Chas. We mentioned it in that first at bat. Get him going is to get him to drive that.
The opener, Ken Waldachuk, but all 10 runs for today. 6 in his last 2 starts. And do we have another one? Altuve makes a bid to left field. That ball's gone. Back-to-back jacks. Chas McCormick and Jose Altuve with his first home run of 2023. And the Astros lead this game 6-1.
Crush City has arrived.
All we had to do was mention the Astros not getting to the A's like some other teams, and they go back-to-back with the Jacks. Altuve's first home run of the year, and that has to feel good.
He's been hitting the ball hard, getting some of those base hits, but now he finally gets one that he can tee off on and doesn't miss it.
Here's Chas McCormick, the first of back-to-back home runs.
They wanted that pitch elevated. Chas did a great job of getting the barrel there and driving it out to the other side of the.
McCormick sat for a little while during that last pitching change, so he's just kind of biding his time as Pena goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
And Altuve getting in on the act, going back-to-back. He got a pitch down at 95 miles an hour. He let that one travel, and he backlegs this one as he lifts it up over the manual scoreboard out there in left center field over the head of Seth Brown. But Altuve continuing to terrorize.
Base hit against him and also drew a walk. This time he pops one high in the air, shallow left. Out goes Nick Allen. In comes Seth Brown. Brown will make the call and the catch. And that will do it for the Astros in the 7th. Nick Allen due up. It'll be 9-1-2. Allen has a 1-1 count. A little floater into right field. Altuve kind of quit on it, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Altuve thought that was going to be well beyond his reach and amongst the league leaders. But he goes down here and frustrated with himself for chasing a pitch that might have been below the zone. That'll be a strikeout for Maton and 1 out. Ground ball towards Altuve. He will take it to the bag himself, make the throw to first. That's a double play. Phil Maton, another shutout inning. This ball in the air to left field, playable for Seth Brown. He'll put it away for the first out of the 8th inning. Good mood within 2 games of the Rangers, who lost earlier today. Abreu hits one high in the air, deep to left field, all the way back. Brown, he's near the wall. He jumps, that's gone!
There you go!
Jose Abreu's first home run as an Astro, and he's sprinting around the bases like he has never hit one before. He is going to fly into home plate, and the Astros lead 7-1. He can't wait to celebrate.
Look at this crew. They love this guy. This is awesome. They were all out of the dugout waiting for Jose Abreu. He couldn't wait to get back in there and be embraced by his new team.
His last home run, September 13th of last year. Hits his first as an Astro, and it's his fastest time around the base. The jumping attempt to Seth Brown. There is a line drive. Corey Julks continues to hit line drives. He's going to go for a double, and he will be in there standing. How about Jose Abreu?
Can only imagine what the feeling was as this baseball was hanging in the air for 5.7 seconds. Elevated. Seth Brown going back there, thinking he had a chance, but just out of the reach, and he finally gets that elusive first home run outside of a White Sox uniform. And as soon as he recognizes that it's out, that's when he changed gears. He took off and started to motor 26.2 miles an hour with that sprint speed.
Abreu gets his first as an Astro, and now Yainer Diaz sends one pretty deep to center field. Blade is back. He'll make the catch. Corey Julks goes back to tag, and Julks will get to third as Diaz flies out to relatively deep center for the second out of the inning. For everybody.
Yes.
This ball hit to right field off the bat of Jake Myers. Laureano makes a nice running catch towards the corner. Danik on in the 8th. Ooh, 99.
Inside.
Down goes Seth Brown for a swinging strikeout. That'll be 1 out in the 8th.
In a month for Nolan Ryan.
Abreu in foul territory. Jose's been doing a little bit of running here the last. Abreu at 17.6 seconds. This ball into center field. We'll have more on that when we come back. That was almost going to dive down to the ground, and Myers had to go down and get it. Chaz sends this one to right, but not very far. Coming in Laureano, and he will get there for out number 1 in the 9th inning.
Ooh.
He didn't know it was out, so he sprinted all the way to almost third base. How about this play by Nick Allen with Altuve running? Very little chance for Allen to make the play, but a great diving stop by Nick Allen. Jose Altuve, Abreu's time. So 5th fastest time between guys that either scored or thought the ball was going to be in play. Jeremy Pena to left center field, and that is gone. Home run number 6 for the Astros today. All 9 runs via the home run as Pena hits his second 2-run home run in as many days.
This is what I'm talking about. Get your numbers. Astros finally laying it to this Oakland A's pitching staff. And Garrett Acton has been at the receiving end of a lot of it.
That is 6 runs allowed by Acton in a third of an inning in the last 2 games against the Astros. Game against Milwaukee on Monday to kick off this road trip. Now Jordan sends one high, sends one deep. 15th multi-home run game of his career. The big man started the home run barrage, and now he caps it off with the Astros' 7th home run of the day. They've reached double figures as 10-1.
Simple flick of the wrist, and it's 427 feet later for Yordan Alvarez.
He started this road trip with a 2-home run game, and now he ends the road trip with a 2-home run game.
Little bookend, a couple of RBIs now with 48 RBIs on the season. There's a lot of excitement around a lot of these other home runs, but when Jordan hits it, everybody's just kind of bored, giving him high fives.
1-1 the count to Alex Bregman. Bregman sends one up in the air on the infield. Nick Allen will make the play. That's the second out of the inning. And he gets hit by that pitch. Oh, Abreu gets hit by that pitch, and we're going to get warnings issued by Tony Randazzo against the A's in a game at home September 9th of 2019. This could be a new team record, but it's not going to get there. Corey Jolk sends one to left, but it doesn't go far enough to left for the final out of the 9th inning. Especially lately have been problematic, as he starts off with a walk here in the 9th inning in a 10-1 game. They had not scored more than 3 runs in any of those games. This ball in the center field. Jake Myers is there. Out number 1 in the 9th.
Ruiz, and just try and push those guys along and remind them that you're getting time at the big league level. You're creating your brand. You're creating your.
To number 9 hitter Nick Allen, who was 1 for 3 today, and sends this ball to right field, and that should do it. Chas McCormick will put it away. Chaz had one of the franchise records, tying 7 home runs today. The Astros had 2 from Yordan Alvarez. Abreu hit his first. Chaz got 1. Jake Myers got 1. Jose Altuve got 1. Jeremy Pena got 1. Blummer, that was a big 10-1 victory for the offense.
No, that's what they need to pack up and get on that plane going back to Houston, is finishing off this road trip in grand fashion, finally starting to pile up some numbers offensively and do what they're capable of. And this is the expectation, is to go out there and be able to slug their way to victory behind great pitching. They got good pitching today, and the offense definitely showed up today. It was a lot of fun to watch.
A lot to recap for Kevin Eschenfelder and Mike Stanton today on the Astros postgame show presented by Whataburger. They'll be your host, Julia Morales, as always, getting an interview both on the field and in the clubhouse. We'll hear from Dusty Baker, amongst others. Astros postgame show coming up next, presented by Whataburger.